Next tonight, there has been a sharp increase in complaints against two of our police forces.
Well, the figures have emerged in a new report from the Independent Police Complaints Commission.
The East Midlands' largest rise was recorded in Nottinghamshire, where there were 960 complaints against the police last year. That's a rise of 67%. There were 677 complaints against the Leicestershire force. That's up by 46%. Lincolnshire Police had 510 complaints, an increase of 2%. But in Derbyshire, the figure dropped to 443 complaints. That's 12% down on last year.
Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball is here with us now. Jeremy, good evening to you. So what essentially are people complaining about?
All sorts of things, from officers being rude to the way people are arrested to the way searches are carried out. Occasionally there are more serious complaints that someone's been assaulted by an officer. And today's report says there are several reasons why the number of these complaints is increasing. It's partly because the laws change so that there are more things we can complain about. But the authors say it might also be because people are less satisfied with the police or more willing to complain.
That doesn't really explain the discrepancy between our forces, does it?
No, it doesn't. And in fact, last year, employees at Nottinghamshire Police were almost twice as likely to receive a complaint as their counterparts over in Derbyshire. Now, I've been speaking to the head of Nottinghamshire's Professional Standards Department about that, and she says, look, this might actually be a good thing because it shows how successful they've been at encouraging people to come forward.
We've put out tweets, we use posters. We also are quite happy to speak to the press about the complaints, serious complaints that we have, court cases, etc. So I think the public in Nottinghamshire actually know that it's worth complaining and telling us what's going wrong because we'll take it seriously.
What lessons have you learned from these complaints and what are you doing about it?
I think the biggest lesson is communication. It's about taking the time to explain to the public and talking to them rather than going straight into the powers that we have, for example, of force or using the equipment. I think over the years, police equipment has become, increasingly visible. And of course, at the moment, there's a big call for more tasers. I think it's really important that the public see us wanting to talk and wanting to listen before actually immediately reverting to the powers that we have.
And do many of these complaints actually stand up?
Well, if you look right across the East Midlands, 259 complaints were accepted by the police last year. That's about 1 in 6 of them. Of the rest, a small number were then appealed to the Independent Police Complaints Commission, and around a third of those succeeded.
OK, we'll leave it there for now, Jeremy. Thank you.